Okay. Good day. So I really don't know exactly how else to describe it. It is the afternoon of Wednesday, May the 6th, 2020. In the lunar cycle Matsi Kapisaki from the frog moon. And I believe this is maybe the third hour of my time today wrestling with a clog in our toilet. And the second day, or really third day actually, that I've been dealing with this, and it kind of normally you wouldn't think that a clogged toilet issue would go over well in a vlog, but I was thinking it kind of is a metaphor for the way that the vlog has gone over the last few days, because I have not put out a video since May 2nd. I didn't put out a video May 3rd, which was my birthday. I didn't put out a video May the 4th, even though we had a very interesting public interest event occur in Lethbridge. And I didn't put out a video in Cinco de Mayo yesterday. But throughout that time, I have, in one sense or another, been wrestling with this toilet, which is clogged. And I don't know exactly what all it's clogged with. I have pulled some materials out this afternoon, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm hoping that my auger snake thing will be pulling maybe some more up here in a moment. Oh yes. That's one thing. I'm going to do something gross and reach in the toilet here, because that is what I'm doing these days. That's the third penny I've pulled out. You can see maybe I don't know if the camera can see my little pile of treasure. We'll see what else we can pull out of here. Yeah, 3 days ago, the toilet all of a sudden stopped working correctly. Now this coincides in phenomenological order with oh yeah, we're getting some other stuff here. Hold on. Oh yeah, I love it when the poop water splashes up, gets maybe a little bit on my lips, spot or two in the eye, and I can reach into the poop water and extract what looks like an old nail with some material deposited around it, as if it weren't broke out of whatever it was nailed to as yet. I am quite concerned at this point. What could it be in our toilet? It's been causing this blockage all this time. Yeah, it's still just building up water. You have to plunge. Just hope it doesn't overflow. No good. Alright, we're going to go back into it with the snake in a moment. Let's wash the hands. Get a proper intro going here. So yeah, I thought it was a good metaphor. I'm kind of stuck. Been stuck for a few days. I'm babysitting. That's the one thing going on, or parenting, as some would prefer it be referred to. Staying home with your kids is not babysitting, it's parenting. You are correct. Look at this. I've extracted 5 nails, a washer, 3 pennies. This got to be stuff that was in there before we even got here. I don't even know what we threw in. I'm suspecting that there's a dinosaur toy somewhere deep in there, flushed 3 days ago or so by Mr. Reed. That is our suspicion, because all of this is coinciding with Mr. Reed learning how to, you know, do his thing at the toilet and take care of himself. Which, well, you can see where it led. But, hey, Mr. Derek. Yeah.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Just wait. We have also not had a video for the last few days, I think, because I haven't had a day that I felt like had a good, you know, beginning, middle, end storyline to it to even put on video. Although we did have a lot of wildlife stuff go on, so I want to kind of give an update, bring it to current, and carry on tomorrow, maybe even with a live video tomorrow. I'm going to check my phone, like what kind of memory and stuff, or whatever it is. It's not memory, is it? It's the data. What kind of data I have left that I can expense for.
What was in the toilet?
I'm still digging it out. Did you see what I found so far?
Coins?
Yeah, I wouldn't play with them. They were in the toilet. You need to wash your hands now. Yeah, there's coins, nails. I'm digging up all kind of stuff. I don't know what ultimately we're going to pull out of there. But yesterday I thought I had fixed the whole thing. I got it. I went and I did my search online, bought this, went to Home Hardware and bought this toilet auger. Thinking,
Do this. It makes your hands hot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, went to Home Hardware, bought the toilet auger. Thought everything was cool. Doing my dad thing, my husband thing, my man of the house thing.
So then the neighbor's flowers they gave us.
The neighbor's flowers, they don't need to do anything with them. They got the water in there. They're just good to go.
No, coming upstairs.
Yeah, you guys don't need to be bouncing around here until I'm done cleaning the toilet thing, even though it's been now a couple of hours at least.
I'm going up here. Oh.
So I don't know where I was in my narrative there, but where was I? There must have been an important point there somewhere. I don't know. We're going to do an update here.
Yeah, okay, so did you found this in the toilet?
I did not find that in the toilet, but we're going to find something in the toilet.
Yeah.
We're going to see what we find in the toilet, and I'm sure it's not going to be something that belongs in the toilet. Already, we found a bunch of stuff in there. That must be, I think, from a long time ago. That's not even from us. I don't think.
Yeah.
Nails
I think it was
and
from the people who gave this house to us.
I
Like.
think so too.
Yeah.
But I think Reed also threw something in there. Because, yeah, I went and I bought that toilet auger. That's what I was saying. And I cleaned that clog yesterday. And the toilet was flushing like a butte again. But then today, all of a sudden, kaput, kapooey. No more functioning toilet. What do you think's going on there? No, she's just hungry. Just wait. Alright, we're gonna do an update. Alright. First of all, I guess let's cover some news relevant to the channel. Or to the ongoing channel content. Oh, this thing. There we go. Maybe that turned it. I don't know. The thing about this snake is it kind of turns on itself, and then it's like a, you see it's a big spring, right? So I don't know whether it's going forward or whether it's turning back on itself at any one moment. Anyway, ongoing channel content. Some of you may be wondering what happened to the goose. The goose. The terribly sick goose that I had picked up at Yellow Lake during my last vlog and brought home in transition with the intent of transferring to Medicine River Wildlife Sanctuary up by Innisfail. As it turned out, I recruited my friend John Nightingale to quarry the goose north, and rather than going all the way to Red Deer / Innisfail or even Strathmore where he might have met a point person, John opted to go to an organization in Okotoks, veterinarian clinic who will take injured wildlife, but then transferring them directly to the wildlife rehab center in Calgary. So he did that option, brought the goose up there, but the goose ultimately didn't survive, which is not really surprising given the parasite load that was witnessed. Oh. That one didn't even pull anything up. Gotta get back in there again. This sucks. But I'm trying to save $70, $100 from bringing in a pro. I don't know. Just don't want to admit that I can't unblock a little drain myself. That seems silly. Should be able to get the tools to do this. Go back downstairs, Mr. Reed. Ooh, what is that? Hold on. Got something else coming up here. Another nail with some piece of plasticky thing or something. A screw. Dude, we're getting all kinds of hardware out of this toilet. I don't know what's up with that. No wonder this toilet's having issues. If it's had this hardware sitting in there a while, I don't think that was a Reed-born issue. I think that's been in there a while, like the kids are saying. Anyway, other than the goose, wildlife work has been starting to pick up, as you might imagine, with the weather warming and all. And so I have had a couple of different successful skunk in the past 3 days, maybe even a raccoon relocation, but definitely some skunk. Right now I have most of my large cage traps set here and there throughout Lethbridge at various clients' houses. I'm probably going to have to think about, maybe even tomorrow, purchasing some more of those box traps. Which brings me to another event, really. It reminds me of another event, which is that yesterday I ended up making a very large purchase of traps from Halford Hyde up north. Might have some more stuff surface in here. No. It's just black markings. Yeah. City Parks, Lethbridge City Parks phoned me yesterday and said they've had a lot of complaints about beaver activity around that inlet to the city water source, as well as just upstream from there in that area that I surveyed, where I found, 4 lodges, 4 active lodges. And they're getting so much pressure that they're probably going to hire a trapper to come and exterminate, which will mean most likely an average number of beaver killed like the previous couple of decades, which will be like 30 to 40 beavers this summer. However, they have given me the opportunity, if I can make it happen quickly, to offer an alternative in trapping and relocating some beavers. What's going on, Cody?
I found a bracelet.
Alright, we'll take that out of there.
Wait a second. Did somebody force this down?
Probably. But take that out of there. I'm busy with the toilet and I'm making a video.
It's pretty wet.
Any case, if I can make something happen quick and have at least some kind of results in the next week or two, as in I'm moving beavers, they will hold off on the killing of them. So, to that effect, I have gone ahead and ordered 2 Hancock-style live beaver traps, which have cost me about $1,200 Canadian. Of course, this was an unexpected cost in the time of COVID, when I have less work in general. So any offsetting support from anyone who's interested would definitely be appreciated. But in any case, I ordered the traps. They should be here in a sometime early next week, I would think, and we will be attempting our first live trapping of beavers. I have a friend on the Blood Reserve who has offered me a relocation site for at least my first couple of beavers, given if they come from the same family and such. He has a pretty good strip along the river on his property where there hasn't been a lodge for a little bit, although he has had lodges in the past and there's plenty of resources. So we are going to try that as an immediate relocation source. But if we need to deal with even half of the residents of those 4 lodges that I surveyed the other week, that's a lot of beavers, so we'll see about that. I think with this last pass, I may have gotten somewhere. Just want to keep twirling this thing for a little bit here, but check it out. Check it out. when I hit the flush, okay, it's not going all the way up. It's not flooding entirely. Somehow passing even with a big old snake in there. I think that's looking like we might be okay to go here pretty soon. We'll see. Just talking in my video. It's a little drizzly outside. We haven't really done much today. I set a couple of skunk traps in the morning. It's been like that, you know. A lot of calls to set skunk traps, not a lot of catches, which means there are probably a lot of mamas out there right now, nursing mamas, not wanting to go in the traps. So my season of babies is unfortunately going to be coming soon. I do have a good story from someone who messaged me. I won't say their names or anything, but they realized there is probably a raccoon living in their chimney. So I advised them to climb on their roof, take a look down there and see what they see. And they found a mama with a few babies. And rather than hiring me to evict them, which I did of course offer is one way to deal with it, I also advised them that if it's just a little bit of noise and stuff that they've heard coming from the babies, and they haven't been smelling anything, and there's not urine dripping down from their fireplace, one alternative is just to leave them. You know, they don't really make a lot of damage when they're nesting in people's fireplaces. And so they decide to do that. And they said they'll wait for the babies to finish nursing, and when they go out foraging with mom at that point, then, you know, when they start doing that behavior, then maybe they'll force some change upon them, but not in a way that's gonna interrupt their lives in the way it would if I was to catch various members of the family one by one and move them around, you know. So that's a good story. Rattlesnake wise, I've been getting calls pretty much every day from people who are encountering rattlesnakes in the coulee parks and expecting that we would go, like the city would want to have them moved out of the areas where there's people. Unfortunately, those are the areas where it's pretty much designated as wilderness strip, and if the people are there, we have to realize that we are there coexistent with these others, and we can't just willy-nilly move them around. You know, it's not ethical. So I've been advising people, you know, that I wouldn't mind photographs if they happen to take photographs and they show the patterns on the backs of the snakes. That could be helpful to me. Otherwise, as far as their safety is concerned, just keep a distance from the snake, move around it, let it be on its own, don't stress it out, you know, don't stay there for a prolonged period of time, don't hopefully draw attention to the snake from others, and go about your day, you know. So we'll see how the season progresses, but so far these are the calls that I'm getting are mostly coulee calls, which is kind of what the city predicted. And I think they're trying to cull some of those before they even reach me, but I'm still getting some. One of the rattlesnake calls that I had the other day brought me to the University of Lethbridge, where there was actually a snake inside the building again. Once again, you know, somewhere fourth floor-ish, mechanical room-ish, where we know the snakes at the sixth floor den drop down sometimes through the metal grates on into the mechanical rooms and get trapped in there. This one, though, I'm not sure. It ended up kind of in a crawl space even further below, and somebody had been down there, I guess, turning a valve open or closed or what have you, and came across a snake. I didn't find the snake.
with my search down there. But I did kind of see at some of the edges where I couldn't get to, where it'd be a really tight squeeze, I did kind of see some hints of daylight. So I think maybe the snakes have a way in and out of that crawl space, and the one after encountering the human had just ditched. So those are kind of the local things to keep up with, as far as the content of this, normal content of this channel goes. But we had something happen here in Lethbridge, which I think I need to mention, even though I don't want to dog on our police or anything, but every once in a while, and I do believe like Lethbridge is this vortex of strange things that occur. It started probably even way before Fort Whoop-Up, but most certainly in the 1870s here, with the advent of Fort Whoop-Up, and ultimately the buildup of the RCMP to come out here and put a stop to the craziness that was going on. Lethbridge has not ever been a normal place. It's an epicenter of strangeness. It's like a Portland of the plains. And yeah, for the May the 4th celebration this year, which, probably many of you know that May the 4th has been, over the last while, year after year, growing in what would you call it? Growing as a kind of a holiday, a nerd holiday. May the 4th be with you, intergalactic Star Wars Day or what have you. And so here in Lethbridge we have a Star Wars themed restaurant, which I have not dined in as yet. Chelsea and I, some of you may remember, did go there over the summer, I think, or over earlier in the winter, maybe end of last summer, when they were kind of getting things in place in the restaurant and building and such. Haven't been over there since, but I know that they've been struggling with the COVID issues and not having the restaurant, even though they had just opened when kind of the COVID drawbacks occurred. And so for May the 4th, they thought it would be a real fun thing if we dressed up an employee as a stormtrooper and had them, outside promoting our store. Little did they know, the rednecks at Lethbridge would see a stormtrooper with a plastic blaster as a threat in front of a Star Wars themed restaurant on May the 4th. Phone the police, and the police would view it as a threat as well. So the Lethbridge police pull up on this poor employee, a young woman who I heard may even be taking criminal justice at Lethbridge College in hopes of becoming a policewoman. The police pull up on her, order her to drop the weapon, which she does immediately. Upon which time it's obviously a toy gun, but they proceed. Get down on your knees. She can't get down on her knees because of the costume very well, but they yell at her enough that she does get down on her knees. By this time, the store owner's out there telling them, "What the fuck are you doing? That's a plastic gun. What are you doing?" And they're like, "Stay out of it. It's none of your business." She won't go down on her belly, so they shove her down on her belly, break her nose open, and put her in handcuffs, put her into a police cruiser, and ultimately no charges are laid. They let her go, right? But my goodness, and I got friends on Lethbridge Police. I have a lot of respect for Lethbridge Police Service. I just wish, once in a while, when this really crazy stuff occurred, they just admit, we fucked up, and and we're sorry. Instead of claiming, oh, our training and we're supposed to, come on, guys. This was somebody in a cosplay stormtrooper uniform at a Star Wars themed restaurant on May the 4th. You know, Jesus Christ. So Lethbridge has gained international acclaim briefly once again for this event. I don't know if when was the last time we got this much attention? Must have been when somebody punched Marilyn Manson at the local Denny's. Or the time the Lethbridge police seized all of the daisies growing in this guy's yard, thinking that they were weed. Anyway, yeah, a big like embarrassing thing occurred here for May the 4th, and I couldn't let it go without saying anything. Although, you know, I have hesitated to be critical because I know the police realized they fucked up. I just wish, you know, they'd be cool about it and say we fucked up and we're sorry. Now they're launching an investigation into it or whatever, and they're going to spend money to investigate whether or not there was any wrongful whatever. You know, heads don't have to roll every time there's an error. Sometimes you can just say, shit, we fucked up. That was really stupid. That was ridiculous, and go on with life. But whatever. That was our May the 4th. As far as Cinco de Mayo goes, I don't know. I was back here cleaning toilets. So that is our update as of May 6, 2020. I am going to go make sure this toilet is unclogged and perhaps cook some spaghetti for dinner.
A sketty?
A sketty? How you think that would be good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
really good.
All right. We'll cook some spaghetti. What do you think, Polly? It's a good idea? Polly thinks so too.
I like
All right,
it.
that's the plan.